first edition of the Builders Debaters Contest in South Sudan. The theme is the girl child education in South Sudan. Well, we are going to learn a lot of things in this program. First, we are going to learn about the cultural norms and practices that affect girls in South Sudan. And we are going to learn also about the importance of girls' education in South Sudan. Stay tuned and learn more about this program.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I debate, you debate, and we all debate for the debate. By not involving in premarital sex, third, by not violating cultural beliefs and rituals.
The speakers, both the affirmative and the negative, proposers, opposers, come and take your stage, your seats. All the speakers are asked to come inside, please. Joseph.
Without wasting time, we come out to pray. Oh Lord, our Heavenly Father, Almighty and everlasting God, we give you thanks for bringing us into this place. Keep us from falling into sin or running into danger, and in all things guide us to know and do your will. Through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Thank you so much. We are going to rise up, all of us, and sing the national anthem. Let's rise up all together. We sing our national anthem. 1, 2, 3.
Upon
Commission. And before I go further, I would like to introduce the speakers of today's debate. The first speaker from the affirmative side, we have Nyandui, that is Tongwal. We have Ayen, that is good. And then the legators, we have Abraham Mayik, that first speaker. We have Nina James, that is second speaker. We have Anet Dani, that is good, the third speaker.
And the audience, good afternoon. My name is Gabriel Ponerian, the Chief Judge of this tonight's debate. And as we're going to take this opportunity to give right to the affirmers and the negators, I'd love to inform the speakers that we're going to make our judgment basing on the following criteria, one of which is greeting. We shall award you when you have given a decent salutation. And secondly, we shall be considering introduction. After introduction, audibility, smartness, content, fluency, explanation, you need to explain yourself. And thereafter, we shall be having positioning, contact, and we shall sum up what we have given, and there we shall proceed. Up to this juncture, wherever you are, the motion, a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled.
Are going to convince us, they are going to educate us. How is a girl who is impregnated spoiled, and how is she not spoiled? With this, the debate starts, and we are going to have the first speaker from the affirmative side, that is none other than Nyandui Konjai. The stage is yours.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I debate, you debate, and we all debate for the debate. Honor and privilege to convey my votes of greetings to the honorable moderator, educated judges, my worthy opponents, faculty members and audience, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good day. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nyandui Konjai from Debaters'Contest, South Sudan. Coming to affirm the motion, which is correctly stated that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. Ladies and gentlemen, I agree with the motion 100% because of my following views. Before I go further, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the honorable speakers who will actually give you their submission towards this given resolution of today's debate. We have Honorable Atong Yuang. Last but not the least, we have Honorable Ayen Majur. Before I go further, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to define the keywords. A girl is a female child from birth to the age of puberty. Impregnated means to infuse an active principle into fertilization. Spoil means destruction. Honorable moderator, allow me to go through my points of argument. First and foremost, I would like to talk about cultural diversities. This is a situation where a changing society adapted to different cultural beliefs and norms. Our culture, as South Sudanese and Africa as a whole, has the rigid tradition that treated impregnated girls to have God spoiled. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really unbecoming because there is nothing actually wrong with being impregnated. Because a girl who is impregnated while studying could breastfeed her child and still goes back to school after 1 year. On this note, members in Daga's house, I am not encouraging girls to be impregnated because it is accidental in most cases. For example, Oprah Winfrey is an American girl. She was impregnated at the age of 14 years by a 19-year-old boy. She is currently a media mogul. However, unimpregnated girls and unimpregnated ones still achieve the same goals in the future. However, and that's why I strongly stand with the motion that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. I submit my point chairperson, via the educated judges, and back to you, the beautiful ladies of South Sudan. In addition to that, I would like to talk about civilization. Civilization is the stage of human social development and organization which is considered the most advanced state. Civilization is simply characterized into social structures, highly advanced cultures, advanced in technology, highly developed written languages. Most of the South Sudanese ladies and gentlemen are not civilized, and that's why different ethnic groups do call impregnated girls to have got spoiled. Ladies and gentlemen, I am submitting towards the regeneration of cultural diversities to meet the life standard, but not to down the lives of females with this wrong perception. And that's why I strongly affirm the motion that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. I submit my point to the chairperson via the educated judges and back to you, the listeners of today and the champions of tomorrow. Honorable moderator, allow me to show my evidence for verification. In summary, I have talked about cultural diversities and civilization. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, an impregnated girl is not spoiled. Denying them to make their goals is unnecessary. Once again, I would like to honor the table of justice and equality, affirmers and negators, distinguished girls, ladies and gentlemen. I beg to rest my case and thanks.
It was a nice presentation from Yandwei Kojang. The first speakers, you have 5 minutes to present. Well, let's welcome Honorable Abraham Mayik to come and raise their case.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm physically fit, geographically located, and mathematically calculated. Members of the government, educated judges, respected opponents, farmers, faculty members and audience, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Abraham Mayik from the Debaters'Contest, South Sudan, here to oppose the resolution which is wrongly stated that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. Ladies and gentlemen, I negate the resolution 100% because of my following views of argument. Before I go further, allow me to introduce my honorable ministers who will elaborate more on this given resolution. We have Lina and Annette Gade. Presiding officer, allow me to define the key words in the given resolution. A girl is a female child. Impregnated means carrying a developing offspring within the body. Spoiled means to make mess of, destroy, or ruin something. And in relation to this motion, it's immorality. Honorable moderator, allow me to go through my views of argument. But before that, allow me to rebuttal the previous speaker from the affirmative side who talked of cultural diversities. My dear honorable speaker, I'd like to tell you that we Africans will never leave the Western civilization to intervene with our cultures. As you can see the way our ladies are dressing, it looks so weird. I submit these rebuttals to the honorable moderator via the respected judges and back to the audience. To begin with my views of argument, I'd like to talk about dignity. Dignity is the quality of being worthy of esteem or respect. In African traditional society, it's an absolute understanding that a girl who is impregnated loses dignity and respect in most cases. Perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, the same concept is reflected in the current situation. First, impregnated girls have no association with unimpregnated ones because the tendency of misleading the fresh girls to practice the same is too high. Second, impregnated girl is no longer called a girl in African tradition. Therefore, she will fall under the women category, which couldn't exactly allow her to share ideas with the young girls of her age. However, members in the August House, impregnated girl is completely spoiled. I submit this point to the honorable moderator via the respected judges and back to the audience. Furthermore, I would like to talk about psychology. Psychology is the science of mental life. Ladies and gentlemen, I will briefly give you the process of psychology. Unfortunately, it is being caused by the following. First, social and cultural practices. Second, trauma. Third, stress or history of abuse. Fourth, perceptions and memories. And above all, unwanted pregnancies, and among others. Dear audience in the other's house, impregnated girls do undergo psychological problems with factors associated with it. However, a girl who is impregnated loses the vision of the mission because of the unnecessary African beliefs and the self-mistrust that she had developed towards herself for being a failure in the first place. Therefore, it's necessary to say that she's completely spoiled. I submit this point to the Honorable Moderator via the respected judges, and back to you, my dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Presiding officer, allow me to submit my evidence to the educated judges for verification. In summary, I have talked of dignity and psychology. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, impregnated girl is completely spoiled because the African tradition doesn't consider her a girl anymore. Once again, I would like to hand at the table of justice and equality, the two competing sides, and the room at large. I beg to rest my case here. Thanks.
I think the debate is getting more harder. Let's welcome the second speaker from the affirmative side. That is none other than Atong Nyol. The stage is yours.
Wow, great minds are the minds that judge when they step on the shoes of someone. With honor and respect, I would like to grant the table of the moderator, justice and equalities, negators, affirmers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Adong Nwal. I will here to affirm the resolution that says that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. Well, you know, my boyfriend is called Abraham, so the way how this Abraham came up, I almost fell in love with him, but some lies pushed me away, and that saved me from cheating. Abraham, you talk of losses of vision and mission. Ladies and gentlemen, how does pregnancy brings about loss of vision and mission? This is unbecoming. We ladies, we have different mission and different visions in our life. I may say my vision that at the age of 18 years old, I want to be a mother. And if it happened that I got pregnant at the age of 17, definitely I'm going to be a mother at the age of 18. Did I lose my vision or achieve it? I achieved it. If I can say my vision that I want to be a teacher, and if it happens that I'm impregnated by someone, still I have that chance of being a teacher. If I cannot find someone to teach, still I can teach my child. This means I did not lose my vision. I achieved it. I submit these rebuttals to the table of the moderator via the educated judges and back to the audience. Now, due to personality flaws, the way how this information may be delivered to us differs in one way or the other. You might have the concept that a girl who is impregnated is spoiled, but today, I urge you to remove from your mind the perception of thinking that pregnancy is destruction. Just like any other girl can achieve her success, an impregnated girl can also achieve the same success. Then this cannot allow her to be spoiled if she can achieve her success. Some men today kill their daughters because they are thinking that, oh, my daughter wants to be a lawyer, but because she's impregnated, she cannot be a lawyer. I want to remind you of the South Sudanese lawyer by name Yalaude, who became a lawyer after giving birth at 16. Not only that, but also some men are already treating their daughters, chasing them out of house, thinking that their daughters are spoiled. But I want to remind you that your daughter is not spoiled. If you ask those men, they would tell you that my daughter wants to be a public speaker, but because she's impregnated, definitely she cannot be a public speaker. I want to remind you of a public speaker of the United States of America by the name Bristol Palin, who was impregnated in 2008 at the age of 16, and she gave birth at the age of 17. She is currently the public speaker of the United States. So if these girls can make it to be successful after giving birth, then why do you think that your daughter is spoiled? Why do you think that your sister or yourself is spoiled? Just like any other girl can succeed, pregnancy is not a hindrance to success. You may argue that those girls already failed in the past, but I want to remind you that scientist Albert Einstein, before he lived, he said failing is success in progress. I submit these points of argument to the table of the moderator, very educated judges, and back to the audience. To move forward, there are some incidents that meet us in the journey of life. They deform us, they break us, they distract us, but they always make us stronger. Example, rape cases. Rape case, let me define for you the term rape. It's a sexual connection that you can have with the woman without her consent. A lot of girls get pregnant in that process, but they were not willing to have that sexual intercourse. It was not of their choices, but it was accidental in most cases. That's why they got pregnant, and we shouldn't judge them as spoiled. Example, in 1959, in the Zimbabwe, there was a rape case. A young lady by name Nyaradzai Gambonsvanda, she was raped at home by her own uncle at the age of 12, and she gave birth at the age of 13. So how is she spoiled and she was raped? One would say, women attract rape cases. How about this child who doesn't know about dressing code? How about this child who was raped at home by her own uncle? So she's not spoiled because we should judge her uncle to be spoiled, not her. To move forward, do not judge as someone of how many times the person succeeds, but how many times the individuals fail and rise up again. That was a quote from the hero Nelson Mandela. So ladies and gentlemen, a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled, but there are some people who are saying that she is spoiled. Who are those people? These are these beautiful people, these shining people, these wonderful people. But I want to remind you that looks can deceive. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's have the second speaker from the negative side, that is Lina James.
Well, in attitude, style, character, and manner, in all things, the supreme excellence is simplicity. It's a honor and privilege to convey my words of greetings to the moderator, panel of judges, my ward opponents, faculty members, and audience, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good day. I am Lina James from the Debaters'Contest, South Sudan, hereby negating the resolution wrongly stated that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. Dear ladies and gentlemen in Aga's house, the above resolution is absolutely wrong due to my following points of arguments. Before I go further with my points, honorable moderator, allow me to rebuttal the previous speaker. The previous speaker talked of rape cases. Well, I would like to remind her that there is no fire without smoke. In this case, I would like to say that how could a girl who stays indoors be raped? How could a girl who respects her body be raped? How could a girl who has moral values and principles be raped? In such a case, I would like to say that these impregnated girls are totally spoiled. In other words, she also talked of ladies who are impregnated and ladies who are not impregnated achieving the same goals. Well, I would like to inform her that these girls produce children. These children need to be taught moral values and principles. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the fact that we have ladies in our country that care of their future more than that of their children is the reason as to why we have street children. Dear ladies and gentlemen, scientist Albert Einstein once said that it's not the intelligence that makes a person, but the character. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I am saying that these impregnated girls are totally spoiled due to the fact that they take care of their future more than that of their children, intending to achieve better grades more than those of their children. I submit my rebuttal to the moderator via the panel of judges and back to the audience. Honorable moderator, allow me to go through my points. First and foremost, I am going to talk of child trafficking. Child trafficking is the act of selling a newborn baby. Well, one could ask, what could be the reason as to why one could sell her own child? Well, an example of such an incident happened in the United States of America. Well, we could take Georgia Towns from the United States of America, who was a child trafficker. We also have Bridget Wismar, who sold her newborn baby at 15,000 USD in order to pay a trip to Disney World. Well, the other example could be Nancy John from South Sudan, who sold her newborn baby to a barren woman due to the fact that she wasn't ready to take responsibility. Well, I am saying that a mode of conduct, a standard of courage, dignity, and integrity can do a great deal in making a woman beautiful. So I see no need of a woman selling her own child in order to get money. I submit my point to the moderator via the panel of judges and back to the audience. Honorable moderator, allow me to talk of infanticide. Well, infanticide is the act of killing a newborn baby. One could ask, what could be the reason as to why one could kill a new child? Well, the main cause of this act could be shame of getting impregnated before marriage, of which early pregnancy could be the main cause. Well, an example of such an incident happened last year in South Sudan, whereby Josie, an 18-year-old South Sudanese lady, killed her newborn baby, claiming that she wanted to complete with her studies. Well, to relate to this topic, ladies and gentlemen, Exodus chapter 20 verse 13 says that, do not commit murder, this making infanticide as a killing in biblical perspectives. Therefore, these impregnated girls are totally spoiled due to the fact that they killed their own children. Honorable moderator, allow me to submit my evidence. Well, in summary, I have talked of child trafficking and infanticide. In conclusion, I am saying that in attitude, style, character, and manner, in all things, the supreme excellence is simplicity. Live a life that you can proudly narrate to your children. Once more, I am Nina James. Thank you.
Let's have the last speaker from the affirmative side, that is none other than Ayen Majur.
Well, members in the government, my articulate panel of judges, faculty members and audience, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good day. My name is Ayen Majur Aliet from the Debaters'Contest, South Sudan, here to welcome the resolution that is correctly stated that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. I affirm the resolution because of my following views. But before I go furthermore, Honorable Moderator, allow me to rebuttal the previous speaker from the negative side. She talked of child infanticide. There are always difficulties in life which face you. Take an example of fathers who kill their daughters because of being impregnated. Therefore, a girl has no other option but to kill the child. I submit this rebuttal to the moderator via the panel of judges and back to the audience. Allow me to go through my points of argument. Firstly, infertility. Infertility is the tendency of not producing. Due to Western culture intervention, there are a lot of irregularities that our girls are involved in many sexual immoral acts. For example, they are always using contraceptives during sexual intercourse to prevent pregnancies. Ladies and gentlemen, continuous use of contraceptives leads to infertility. An impregnated girl is not completely spoiled because having a child is a sure evidence that when you marry such a girl, the chances of production will be extremely high, hence no wastage of resources. Ladies and gentlemen, we should not waste our bride prices on girls who are pretending to be good while practicing prostitution and later tend to be barren when taken home as wife materials, which is a wastage of resources. I submit this point to the moderator via the educated judges and back to you, the audience. To be precise and concise, I would love to talk about gender-based violence. Gender-based violence refers to harmful acts directed at an individual based on their gender. It is rooted with gender inequality, the abuse of power. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to briefly give you the effects associated with gender-based violence to girls. First, child marriage. Second, conflict and wars. Third, unwanted pregnancy. girls are undergoing unwanted pregnancies because of mistreatment at home. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you. Why is it that you don't call a boy who has impregnated a girl to have that spoiled? This question needs an affirmative answer because I would simply call it gender inequality. Both gender must be treated equally. Therefore, a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled because having a child is not an offense and it has been documented by God. I submit this point to the moderator via the educated judges and back to the audience. In summary, outcomes of infertility and gender-based violence. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, calling an impregnated girl to have God spoiled is unbecoming. Therefore, we need gender equality to work upon this to remove the misconceptions. Once again, I honor the table of justice, affirmers and negators, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I beg to raise my case.
Thanks so much. Let's have the last speaker from the negative side, that is again Lalik.
Ladies and gentlemen, when the two elephants are fighting, it's the grass that suffers. Honor and privilege to convey my words of greetings to our moderator, respected judges, my worthy opponents, faculty members and audience, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Agatha Leeds from Debaters'Contest, South Sudan. I'm here to negate the resolution which is wrongly stated that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. Ladies and gentlemen, I negate the resolution 100% because of my following views. Honorable Presiding Officer, allow me to go through my points of argument. But before I go through my points of argument, allow me to defend my fellow speaker. Honorable Speaker, you are trying to rebuttal that if a girl is pregnant, that she does not have any opinion. The opinion is just to be killed. If she knows that she don't want that child, who told her to go look for her? Who told her to go look for the child? She was the one who went for her by herself. So you have not to blame us. And that's why I strongly negate the resolution that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. I submit my rebuttal to honorable moderator, where the judges and back to the audience. Honorable Presiding Officer, allow me to go through my points of argument. First and foremost, I would like to talk of parental love. Parental love is a love extended to children by the parents. Parental love is granted to children who offer the following things to their parents. First, by listening to their parents when given instructions. Second, by not involving in premarital sex. Third, by not violating cultural beliefs and rituals. In African traditional society, blessings are given to those ones who listen to their parents, and curses are given to those ones who violate cultural beliefs. Perhaps the blessings and prayers of your parents are more powerful than the one of your pastor. However, a girl who is impregnated is not having any option. However, she will be a failure in life. And that's why I strongly negate the resolution that a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. I submit my point to our moderator, where the judges and back to the audience. To keep the ball rolling, now let's talk of abortion. Abortion is the termination of pregnancy. In African traditional society, in the biblical perspective, abortion is regarded as a crime against humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, a girl who is impregnated and aborted a child is not longer respected because her time expelled from the community. Another effect of abortion is that it could lead to implication and it leads to also infertility. Ladies and gentlemen, members in the August House, how could you say that that girl is not spoiled? Of course, she is definitely spoiled because she will not produce and she will waste the money of the man who is going to marry her. Here she's not going to conceive. And that's why I strongly negate the resolution that a girl who is impregnated is spoiled. I submit my point to another moderator, then the judges and back to the audience. In summary, I've talked of abortion and parental love. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, our ladies have come
are going to listen to the final submissions from both sides. Therefore, we are going to listen from the final submission from the affirmative side.
Once again, I'm here. Madam Yual, I will reveal this debaters contest. Be my witness. In summary, we have talk of civilization, infertility, gender-based violence, rape cases, right information about early pregnancy, and cultural diversities. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not stand here before you to make our cultures die, but there are some harmful cultures that we need to make them upright, and that's the reason why we go to school, and that's the reason why we wake up each morning to study hard and hard. Not to let our culture disappear, but we are here to make our cultures upright. When we study biology, there are some cultures that really needs to be put upright, such as putting marks on the head that brings about blindness in late age, removable of the teeth which can affect the brain, early marriage which causes hatred and conflicts, last but not the least, making death has a punishment to those girls who are impregnated. Ladies and gentlemen, a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. There are some men, as stated earlier by my colleague, that a man killed his own daughter because she was impregnated. I'm right sure that this man does not know his daughter will one day succeed after being impregnated. That's why he put his daughter to death. Thank you.
Let's have the final submission from the negative side.
Thank you once again, the moderator. Back for the final submission. Before I give the final submission, allow me to briefly rebuttal the last speaker from the affirmative side, who talked of gender equality in a sense that a boy who had impregnated a girl is not considered as boy. For your information, in most of the African countries, specifically South Sudan, most of the parents depend on girls as source of wealth. So girls and boys cannot be compared, otherwise that one is not gender inequality. To give the final submission, we have talked of the following views of IGP. Child trafficking, infanticide, psychology, dignity, abortion, and parental love. Thank you once again.
At my first place, I would like to thank the founder of this organization. I thank the two competing sides, not forgetting my dear ladies and gentlemen for attending this wonderful debate, because it is something very important to discuss about this motion, because it is all talking about the things that are facing us as a country. As South Sudan, we have a lot of negative things, because now as girls girls that are pregnant in our societies, most of them are not valued the way they used to be valued. And now some of our sisters will end up committing suicide, which is not good. Like, you as a girl, you still have a bright future. Having a child doesn't mean that you have blocked your success or many things. The same child you are going to give birth as you are impregnated is the same child you could give birth if you are married. So this misconception of saying that a girl that is impregnated is spoiled is definitely not right. So my dear ladies and gentlemen, you should encourage our sisters, our daughters in families not to always think negatively about themselves. Secondly, we also need to advise our citizens of South Sudan. Some people are now doing this in our society. Sometimes now the girl will end up saying she has no future, and it is all eyes causing all this. Like, our elders, there's no need for us to turn back again and rape our young ones. This is destroying us because we are the next generation. We need to change South Sudan. We need to do wonderful things that always make our country wonderful. And by working together, debating upon these motions, always learning different things. Like as I'm here now, I learned so very many different things. And it's not only me, I guess, most of you learn about this. And if we continue with this spirit spreading about the good things that we learn here now, we can even go ahead and change the country. Because South Sudan is a new, small nation, but it will be so wonderful if we have people who are great, strong like us, who will change the nation. And I believe that the time will rise, this country will be something different. I thank you for this opportunity, and I would beg to give the mic.
Thank you so much. This was a brilliant speech from one of the learners in the Debaters' Contest. With this, I'm going to welcome the co-judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, the proposers and the opposers, and the audience at large, good afternoon. Here is Liv Jock as the co-judge to announce the point each speaker has scored. So wherever you are, listen to your point. I will begin from the preposition side. Nyambe Kojang, she got 97 upwards. Atongwa, she got 94. Ayan Majur, she got 86. Coming to opposition side, we have Honorable Abra Bayik, he got 90. Lena James, she got 84. Ahmed Malik, she got 81. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not come alone, but I came as my chief judge. I will not give you the final result, but he will give you the final result. Thank you.
Thank you once again. We have come to the end of this contest, South Sudan Debaters' Contest. As you have seen, you have witnessed our cultural diversities in South Sudan are not really allowing girls to access the beautiful life. Most of our listeners that are listening in this wonderful occasion, you will surely know that we had a problem that needs to be rectified. We are the judges, the Chief Judge Michael have just spoken, how we have awarded the speakers based on their content. She had put her point down based on how she had witnessed. The same thing applied to me, and let me give you how I have rated the speakers. Let me start from proposers. Proposers, the best speaker, and then got a total summation of 95. Atong Nyon at a total summation of 94. Ayen Mature had a total summation of 80. The total mark score is 271. To move to the opposition side, let me start with the first speaker. That's Abraham Bayik, had a total summation of 90. Lena James had a total summation of 94. Ahmed Malik had a total summation of 80. The total score is 265. Then the percentage is 88.3. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this initiative to announce to you the winners of this tonight's controversy. Under this given motion, a girl who is impregnated is not spoiled. Pertaining the bids given, ladies and gentlemen, in South Sudan of Flash, I would love to pronounce to you the winners of this tonight's controversy.
South Sudan. We also give appreciation and thanks to the Grand Hope Media for the great job that they have done about this debate today.